Okay, good morning. It is about 8:15 in the AM on Friday, the 27th of January 2023 in the lunar cycle Gutto, which is our fourth of 7 winter lunar cycles. Got a double whammy kind of going on this morning. First of all, we got a fresh snowfall, and it's kind of a wet snow, and the roads are slick as heck. So I've got to take it real slow and real careful, but I've got to get all the way over to the west side of town because, number one, I don't know if you remember, but I have a porcupine that I'm trying to find over there, and going out to check during the fresh snowfall is going to be helpful if he's around anywhere. I kind of don't think he is. I kind of think that's old damage, or maybe relatively new damage, but the animal itself has gone away. But we're gonna go take a look in the fresh snow. We should be able to see if he's around that zone anywhere. But before we get to Riverstone, we are going to go to the University of Lethbridge, because at about 10 o'clock last night, I got a call from University Security. They had found and captured another young rattlesnake. So I'm gonna go take that rattlesnake, and it will be in my care as well. Which reminds me, that first little guy that I've got, it's about high time I try to find a little pinky mouse for him, to see if he'll eat. Maybe I'll go to the tropical fish place today and see if they got any little pinkies, or even a little, I suppose he could eat a little fish. I don't know if he'd be interested in that, but I don't know if rattlesnakes like seafood. But anyway, yeah, we're getting a second little rattlesnake to come into care for the winter, and that's what's going on this morning. Hello.
Just a little guy.
Yeah, that's what we keep getting, hey?
How's the other little one you picked up from us in December?
He's still good.
Still kicking around?
Yeah. I wonder if they're coming through the walls, or if they just been in since summer, or what? Because they're so small. They might.
Perfect.
Just a little guy.
Just one.
Right on.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you.
Where did you guys find this one?
It's in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, right? On the 6th floor?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, no. Lucky you didn't get anybody's food.
We got another one last night?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just another little guy.
All right, we're in Riverstone now. I'm gonna start looking for signs of the porcupine. This is the main pine tree that he's been eating, and gee, I would say he's been back in the last day, hey? Because there wasn't quite that much stripped off when we were here just the other day. All right, so he's definitely around. I do have a trap I can leave here, but I don't have my bait, so probably we'll have to come back if we can't find the critter himself. Yeah, that snake was in a very different spot at the university than we usually find those snakes. The little rattlesnakes seem to end up in the mechanical room, 4th floor. This one was found in the kitchen on the 6th floor, which is a very busy area. It's not like the mechanical rooms, and you don't want to have rattlesnakes showing up on the 6th floor. I wonder how it got up there, because that kitchen is higher in elevation, to my knowledge. Well, definitely is higher in elevation than the den site. So I don't know. Just looking to see if he's sleeping anywhere in any of these trees. Could be hard to see, but I'm hoping if he's been on the move at all, there'll be some sign in the snow. But he's definitely come back to revisit that tree, so that's a problem. That is a problem. Probably what I'll do is drive off to the nearest Circle K or whatever gas station convenience store and buy one of their overpriced apples. They gotta have apple. That's what I need. Apple to bait that trap. And we'll leave a trap. It's not my best porcupine trap though. My best one is in use right now. I really need to order a backup off of Amazon now that I'm getting so much porcupine work. Might as well check the whole strip we're here. Suppose we don't need the camera for the whole thing though. Turn it back on if we encounter him.
Sorry I missed your call. You can leave me a message. Thanks. At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello, this is Ryan Heavyhead calling. My number is 403-393-1897. I'm calling to see how the porcupine trap is doing over there. You guys still visiting and still neglecting that trap or what? Can you give me a call and let me know? If I can, I'd like to pick up the trap because I've got a porcupine in Riverstone that I'm trying to deal with. But if he's still visiting, that's okay. Just let me know. All right, we'll talk soon. How awkward. Yeah, so I've walked the whole thing, not finding him. Came across some locals. They asked if I was hunting for the porcupine. They're well aware that he's getting to that tree, but they haven't seen him either. So, in fact, they're saying they haven't seen him since before Christmas, but he's obviously been around because he's hitting that tree. So I'm gonna see if I can get my big trap. If I can't get my big trap and come set it up later this afternoon, then I'll set up a somewhat smaller trap. You know, my regular raccoon size trap is just not the best for the porcupine compared to the one really larger mammal trap I have. I don't know, but I got to get a trap set up here for tonight, one way, by hook or crook. I should go home. Just burning gas down here in Pavan Park. I don't know, I couldn't help it. I wanted to take just a little bit of extra drive, you know. Still a lot of stuff going on in my mind. Like, I guess I should give some the personal updates for this video. You know, if you've been following what's been going on with me in the last very short few weeks, I lost my girlfriend Brittany, and I lost my my day job, my office job, which was about 2/3 of my income. And I haven't been, you know, handling it very well. as has been reflected in some of the videos, and people recognize it. And there's, you know, some people are saying you need mental health care and stuff. I don't know. I just think I have to deal with my karma, and you know, and see where life goes next. And I definitely do feel like the pinch of the karma. You know, I'm still very enamored with Brit, even though, like, I've been very angry with her too, and I kicked her out of my house. You know, I made her leave, and I said mean things to her, and you know, I did things that were not nice to, you know, when it was on the way out, especially when I found out she was hanging out with another guy. It was just like, I was so jealous and stuff. I did things I regret, you know, not terrible things or anything, but enough that it's like put Brit in the position where she's like, I'm not going back to that romantic relationship with you ever. Like, that's done. We can't erase what we did there. And she's, you know, she's not wanting to have a relationship that's based on that, and she didn't want to be with me anyway. You know, she was done. She wasn't, like, she tried me out and all that, and just, I wasn't her guy, I guess. But me, when I look at Brit, I'm very enamored still. And so, you know, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of karma pushback, because I know when I left, you know, Chelsea, for instance, we parted very amicably. There wasn't any fighting or anything like that. And I tried to maintain a relationship with her, even though Brit basically outlawed it. You know, I never entirely lost contact with Chelsea, but I put Chelsea in a position where she had to be kind of basically like in the friend zone, where I find myself now. And it's a shitty position if you're enamored with that other person. And Chelsea was definitely enamored with me, you know, for a long time after we broke up still. And I don't know how long that'll go on with Brit, but makes it all the more tough. You know, like, she wanted a ride home from work to her sister's yesterday. She asked me for a ride. She wants to come hang out with me on the weekend at some point, do something, you know, try to develop a different relationship as friends. It's just painful for me though, but I have to do it, you know, because that's my karma. I've done that to people. I've expected them to mature up and, you know, come through the transformation with me into a new relationship. That's what Brit expects from me now. And I'm a pussy. Like, I'm struggling with it. And it's weird because I should be happy. Like, I haven't been, you know, like, I haven't been alone, you know. I've had friends over. I've had you know, as soon as Brit and I broke up, there was you know, a few different girls knocking on the door, and all, you know, really nice girls. So I've been seeing some of them. One girl has stayed now at my place she's there right now, and she's a nice girl. She works in healthcare. She's in her 30s. She's never had kids. She's doesn't drink. She has kind of somewhat of a traditional Blackfoot background. She's involved in one of the piercing ceremonies. She speaks some Blackfoot. You know, and as far as like all the assets of a partner that I would want, she's got them. She doesn't, you know, she likes animals. She has a Chihuahua. It seems like she'd be a very good match, and yet I'm still like agonizing and stuff over the Brit thing. That's not been a good thing for me, and it's not that's not going to come back, you know. So I don't know. That's where things stand right now with that personal stuff. But I do kind of feel like a lot of what I've got to go through is an exercise in facing my karma, you know, putting myself or being put through experiences that I have expected and other people to who I care about to be able to go through and stuff. So we'll see. I kind of suck as a partner. You don't want nothing to do with me. If you're out there looking and you're like, oh, this Ryan guy, you know. Nah, I'm a challenge, I think, for anybody. But I'm trying to like get shit in order on that end, and that stuff occupies my mind a lot more than the job stuff. Although the job stuff is gonna start pinching because I got my last cushy, you know, paycheck, and I put it toward bills. Got a little bit of it left, but that's gonna run out. I did, by the way, when I mentioned the other day that I have skunk tarp, and I was gonna maybe paint something on the skunk tarp and try to sell paintings. I have received offers and actually one already payment for pieces of my skunk tarp without any, like, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to nail it to a I don't have to put it on a frame. I don't have to paint anything, do anything fancy to it. They just want the skunk's art itself, a section of it, maybe a third of my canvas, and it's got to get shipped to Toronto area, and in something that it's not going to stink, right? So it's not going to be picked up by the post office. That's my challenge. But for 1/3 of my tarp, someone was willing to pay me $100. So, and there's another person who's got interest. I'm gonna see if that other person will pay $100 for another third of my tarp. And you know, there's a market for like a lot of different stuff. And skunk, like, I'm a kind of guy, because I've been around skunk, and even before I was around skunk like I am, I like the smell of skunk when it's at a certain level. Now it doesn't matter what level, but way before I was a skunk guy, Even just a little, like when you come past a roadkill skunk or something, to get that little bit of smell. Or you'd pass by somewhere on a walk outside where a skunk had recently sprayed or something, and you get that. I mean, it's not faint, but it's not overwhelming. So I guess it depends on who you are, but I like the smell of skunk, and apparently some other people do too. And I have nice skunk products. So I am selling my second and third sections of the tarp. I'll cut them up on the video this afternoon. You can look at them. If you're interested, send me an email or a message or something, and I'll ship you a piece. $100 for art from the actual skunk. And you know, that tarp was used for, I think, probably a good year, so it's got a nice bunch of spray on it. Nice reds and oranges and stuff. Well, you'll see it this afternoon. Anyhow, I should go home. My friend's waiting. It's afternoon now, and I got the go-ahead to grab my big trap from this yard where it has not been catching. So we're gonna move that over to Riverstone, set that up over there. I gotta find out where he moved it to. I think I had put the trap in here somewhere, but the guy who owns this place has, there it is. That's my porcupine trap over there. That bait's pretty old. We'll try something else. Alright, so we'll see if we get a porcupine or not, if it comes back to visit. I did get another call this afternoon for a porcupine in Ridgewood, so I don't know. I've been getting a lot of porcupine calls. I need to invest in another trap, but I can't find another one like this. Hey, this nice and big and sturdy. They've got one on Amazon that's like large enough, but it's kind of flimsy compared to this. And it's they're charging $170, and that just seems like a lot of money. So I don't know, for one trap, for a flimsy trap. If it was like this, yeah, nice solid, but it's the kind of trap that a raccoon is gonna bang up First time it gets in there, and it's gonna make the trap worth half of its value, maybe. You know? So 170 seems pretty steep. Anyhow, let's go home, cut up that tarp, start getting that stuff ready to go. Well, now that I got the canvas actually stretched out on the floor and everything, I see really there is only one good skunk art piece to the canvas. Hey, this you know, obviously this section in here is what I'm gonna send my client who's already paid me, and I'll probably crop it off about here. There's not really much going on this side nor over here, so I don't know. I think this is only good for one bang, but that is okay, because that is a bang that I needed. Extra cash, and it's time to switch out tarps anyway. And now that I know this can happen, I will advertise again when I get another good stained. In fact, I might even have one in the back of the truck. I'll probably check it out tomorrow. I might already have a tarp that's stained up enough that I've used before to do something else with. But for tonight, I'm just gonna cut out this one, get it rolled up, see what I can fit it into, and then kind of leave it to whatever that containment is to unstinkify for a couple of days, because right now it's pretty potent. Like I imagine stuffing it into a can or a jar or something of this sort first, and then I'm gonna wrap. I think I talked about it already, probably, but I'm gonna wrap old potting soil around that, bag it, and box it, and hopefully it won't stink through the post office. All right, here we have it. Our very first fine piece of skunk art, sold at $100 plus shipping and handling. See how tight we can roll it up as. Let's see. Thought about making it square, because I do have rulers and stuff here, but I don't want to cut off any part that my client might want. I think I'll just leave it and he can trim as he wishes. Hey, look at this. I think I can fit this in a jar. Hey, let's see. Check it out. This is a Dollarama glass canister that I bought for $3 at whatever point. I don't even use it. So I'm gonna commit this to this job, and I'm just gonna like Gorilla Tape around that perimeter. And I'm going to leave this to sit and de-stinkify in here for a couple of days. And this is potting soil, old potting soil, that I can use when I box it up. So there we go. This is how I'm going to ship skunk art number 1.